The following content contains discussions and depictions of sexual harassment that may be disturbing or sensitive for some viewers. The content is intended for educational and awareness purposes to highlight the importance of preventing harassment in all forms. Viewer discretion is advised. If you or someone you know has been affected by sexual harassment, support is available through confidential hotlines and resources, which we have provided in the description box.
That guy was not my only experience.
Oh my goodness.
There was a teacher.
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah.
So, Adlina, have you ever turned into a pickle? Okay, so when I say turn into a pickle, not like literal pickle lah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like have you ever like lost your cool? Okay, because we know you have the RBF lah. Okay, but I've never seen you lose your shit. I've never seen you get angry. I've never seen you scold someone.
Understand.
So has it ever happened, whether in public, like or on set or at work?
I think at work normally no. Tapi with the people closest to me, I think have seen my ugly side.
So if like that, then how do you deal with like all the BS at work?
I don't know, I can tahan. Maybe that's why I lash it out when I get home.
So we say you kena, is it? Quite rabak, is it?
Yeah.
So like, what do you mean by you tahan? You choose to ignore it, or you choose to
Ignore. Like at work, I still feel like, because once you blow up at a workplace, right? I feel that it affects everybody at work.
yeah,
And then you're going to continue shooting for the rest of the day or the next week and month, right? So, yeah, I rather keep it. So I will weigh the pros and cons. Wow, I think a lot before I actually blow up. Do you hear that?
The fish
That was
is angry.
The fish, blow up.
Hold the breath very long. Okay. So that means we will not see you angry at all lah, on set
Really lah.
or like at work.
I don't know. Maybe I have like slight macam snap at people or what, but
No,
I don't
never.
realize. I don't realize. Maybe I don't know. I mean, we work together for
We did quite a few projects together, but yeah, like I said, you have those RBF sit one corner moments, like you gave the look like you don't come near me kind of look, but never angry. You were never. I mean, like you
Yeah.
never like, you please shut up. No, never. I've
Yeah,
never
yeah,
seen
yeah.
you like that lah.
Yeah, but
You snap at the makeup artist for
no, I did not. I did not.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So normally when I am unhappy with people I work with, I tend to keep quiet.
Okay, so
So-
you go by the non-confrontational approach.
Yeah. So if you see that I don't talk to you, or if you talk to me and I'm like, yeah, it's okay, I give that kind of cold like statements, right? Then you should know that I do not like you.
Okay, and stay away. Just stay away, guys. Would you not understand? Okay, honestly, I think I'm a bit like you. I don't like confrontations. But there's only one time that I was angry on set, and
You?
yeah, and I tell this same story to so many people. But I'm the opposite of you. I don't have the RBF, but I look too nice and too happy all the time. So when I get angry, nobody believes me. Yeah.
Okay, so what was this
So what
incident?
happened was, so we had shoot. Our call time was 6 a.m. So we shot the whole day up until I think we had a very short, quick lunch. It was almost brunch because it was early lunch, and then we had to shoot all the way until dinner. So the plan was no dinner, but we wrapped by 8.
Okay.
Let's say. But by then it was already 8:30, and we still had a few more scenes to go, and we only had lunch. So I cannot take it lah.
Yeah.
So after that, when the AD said, okay, come, let's Izan, get ready for the next scene. And I snapped. And I said, no. I cannot go on like this. I'm hungry, guys. You see?
Yeah, you look like you're joking.
I was not. I was angry. So I said, no, I cannot. There's not even tea break, not even food. At least drinks lah. Plain water. You all give plain water. And then you know what the AD said? Enough lah, dah. And everyone, even the crew all, Zan, shut up lah, carry on lah. So everyone thought I was joking. Yeah, and then
Kesiannya.
I just went, oh, okay lah.
Kesiannya.
So that was the one and only time that I was angry. I snapped and no one believed me. And then I realized, yeah lah, no point lah, angry.
Maybe you need to use like swear words. It's
Doesn't
like,
work.
I don't know, because you like, if I were to say that, I think everybody will.
Yeah.
will
But you see,
feel,
I'm not very sweary, cursing in front of people. In front of people. Behind, don't say lah. This kind of thing, cut lah. Yeah, so I think that was really like, just the one and only time.
But
And-
when you scold your kids, they know you're angry, right?
But they know when I'm angry. So actually, I'm a very different person with my kids. So a lot of
Actually,
people
I've
think,
seen it. You are a more serious person at home, actually.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
The way you speak to your kids and the way you speak to your helper, I feel I've never seen that side of Izian before.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That is me lah.
This is...
This is Izan at home.
Because I can be quite crazy with the people whom I'm close to, right? So I will like macam sort a bit with them. It's to a point that my best friends actually name that other me.
Which is Adlina.
Tak. Alini.
Who?
So, Alini.
That's
So
your
that's
alter ego.
Alina. Yeah. So when she goes the xiao mode, then
Yeah.
it's Alini.
Oh.
So, but in a way, I think back, it's a good thing because they acknowledge my second personality, right? So the more they say, oh, then Alina start liao, Alina come liao, that kind. Then I'll tone down.
By crazy, you mean like what?
Macam I snap macam I'll be like,
The ang like.
I tell you already, right? Yeah, that kind of.
Okay.
I will have like sudden.
Not like.
outburst. No, the
Oh, not
crazy,
that
the
Alini,
angry,
Okay.
Ah.
This had to be sure.
In line with the RBF. Yeah.
Okay. So do you think that because you are so not confrontational, you choose to, rather keep it inside? When you were at your lowest point in your life, how do you deal with it? Do you share with someone or do you still choose to keep it to yourself?
I share. I don't know. For me, when I was 16, my dad passed away. So in my head, I always feel like that is the lowest point in my life. It can't get any lower. So which is why whatever that happens to me as an adult, I don't feel like damn sad or angry about it.
Because you had fallen.
Yeah, konon macam I feel like
Yeah.
nothing can beat that lah.
Okay.
You know.
How was your relationship with your late dad?
We were close. But he is always a very stern dad. Tapi he always make time for family. So it's always the Sundays is family day out and stuff like that lah. So yeah, like I mean we you don't.
It's okay.
No.
Yeah,
You will not. The tears.
Just tell me, how was
So-
it like? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's a stern dad, but obviously we love our dad. And when he you're not getting the tears. Okay, so I think everything happened very fast
Okay.
because we found out that he got cancer at first they say it was TB. So he was misdiagnosed. So for 3 months, he was going for TB treatment. And obviously not working. Then when he go to the TB clinic, it's like, semua orang, everybody is just like coughing, right?
Yeah.
But he is feeling pain on his like arm and body. So my mom kept asking for macam buat the CT scans or MRI, that kind. But the doctors said, there's no need, it's TB, there's no need. So in the end, we went back to our family GP, asked for a referral letter, and then asked the hospital to do it. Which then they found out lah, but it was already stage 4 lung cancer. So, but I was only like 16, turning 16 that year, or turning 16. Then, I don't know, I feel like I never fully comprehend everything. Because we were like, just like a nice family, right? So you don't think something bad is going to happen to this family.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even like when he passed away, everybody who don't like you.
Okay, it's okay. Don't have to like me. Nobody likes me.
Even when so everybody important was there, right? His family, then kita our side. Then for us is almost every day we are seeing him at the hospital lah.
Yeah.
So for us kids it's macam, it's a norm lah. After school, then we just go hang out at the hospital. Then we lepak at the lift area there. Sana ada, I think got some chairs and stuff. We were having dinner. Then suddenly we just lepak there, and suddenly we just felt like, go in lah. Nobody called us. Go in lah. So as we walk past the nurses station, then that's where my auntie was sitting there, and she was crying lah. Then she's like, Lina, my Chinese side, Lina, I think your father want to see you. So we're like, okay. Then, you know, all the auntie, makcik-makcik, they're always more dramatic kan.
Yeah.
So we just feel, okay lah, like she being dramatic lah. But when we went in, my mother was already macam wailing in shock. Then I didn't cry. My younger brother was eating a pandan cake, which is his favorite cake. Sampai sekarang dia suka. Okay, then he was eating a pandan cake, so he was like grabbing it in his hand like that. Then he started crying. Then my 2 elder siblings were there, and everybody crying. But I didn't cry because I saw my mother, she kept fainting. And the main thing that came to my head at that time was, I need to be there for my mother already. So I felt like I didn't have time to grieve or to comprehend that what is happening there. Because I just went into, I need to take care of my mother. Yeah. Yeah, so actually I really didn't cry until maybe like 2-3 weeks later. And that was only triggered because I felt like I miss him. Yeah.
It's okay. Do you think...
Now you put me in a pickle.
Yeah, can we get some pickles, please?
Okay.
But do you think he knew that he was gonna go? Was there a moment where
I think he knew.
sounded out to you?
Yeah.
Or
I mean, he never said anything lah, but I think he know how his body was functioning at that time. And the thing is, actually, my mother knew. My mother, that morning, the doctors had told her that your husband only have 3 days left. So it's macam that is also, so the whole process from TB to his death, right, was like within 9 months. So 3 months of TB,
Yeah.
then 6 months cancer kan.
yeah.
And then on that day, like suddenly they tell my mother he only have 3 days left.
Was it 3 days?
No, it was that day itself he passed away. Yeah. So when my mother called us from the hospital, she told me macam like faster come to the hospital, bring your brother, faster come. Which I always don't listen to my mother, right? I'm always like, yeah lah, I know lah. Because every day we go hospital after school. We'll go ourselves, take the shuttle bus or go NUH. It's like a norm. So when she nags at us to tell us to faster, we're like, yeah lah, we know lah. That kind of. Yeah. But actually it was because the doctor told her that lah. Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel that having lose him brought your family closer?
Oh yeah, definitely. Our family was already close to begin with. But I think losing him got us siblings to be more like supportive for each, like we are more like there for each other lah, in a way.
Like you mentioned also earlier, you only cried like 2-3 weeks later. How was the entire grieving process for you?
Alone actually.
You chose to be alone, or you felt more comfortable being alone?
I think I don't dare to share my emotions then. Is during that time I started
Carry on.
So when my dad passed away, what I did is I slept with my mother in the master bedroom. Then I don't know if she got here or not lah, but I just cry myself to sleep lah. But yeah, I have no idea if she heard me crying or not.
Have you ever like just talked to your mom or either of your siblings?
No,
About
actually we never talked about this before.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you get over the? I mean, they say time heals all wounds, right? Was it time for you?
Yeah, definitely time. And during that time also, I really felt like I've been through one of the worst things that could happen to a girl. Then sampai macam hantu pun tak takut. Like
That's
if I come
extreme.
home,
That is
I come home late at night, right? It would be like, Pontianak nak show up. Show up, I said. I got my father to protect me. It's like that. Yeah.
Okay. If for anyone who have lost like their someone close or a parent especially, what advice would you give them, or how would you advise them to do differently than what you did, if any?
I think everybody like manage grief differently.
Yeah.
For me, it's a whole journey because I used to be timid and very quiet. My family, we don't like hug each other. We don't go to each other and say thank you for helping me that day, or I love you, I see you again. Tak ada like that. So I think which is why for me when this happened, my mind just, I don't know how to process it. Yeah. But as we got older, and I think we also have our own core friends and family, that special people, right? That we are close to and we will open up with. And I feel like at the end of the day, it really helps to let it out. So you find your person, and I think it's always good to share your grief, your sadness, whatever that you are facing with that person.
For someone who has been through it, right? I mean, is it helpful if someone comes to you and asks you, "Are you okay? You want to talk about it?"
Oh no, I don't like.
Okay.
Not say don't like, but it will make me break down more. Like,
because some people feel like I should reach out, and I'm gonna reach out, and I want to know that I want her to know that I'm here. So I should keep going up to you and say, "Hey, are you okay? Are you okay?" Or do you think, once in a while is fine, but
once in a while because I think if you do too much, okay, because that's me. I think different people will be different, right? But for me, if you do too much, I would totally just shut you off already.
Okay.
Because it'll be too overwhelming. Tapi kalau let's say every now and then you just check in on me, and I don't think you should be so direct and straight away address the issue. Like just chill, like we hang out, have coffee or something, then talk, then let it naturally come out. Yeah. Because I feel that if you are going through a mental breakdown or some depression, I feel like you need to give the person space and time to share. You cannot keep trying to force
instead
it
of forcing
out of the person.
it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Adlina, actually, you are one of our last minute interviewees.
You found me in the bedroom, right?
Yeah, we were like walking past, then we're like, there's someone in the room. Padahal it's your house now. So actually, when we approached you to be one of our guests, there was one thing that you mentioned that caught all of us, me and Norman like, especially like by shock and surprise, which was something that happened in your childhood. Maybe you want to share a bit more about that?
So, this happened when I was 6 years old.
6 years old,
Yeah.
okay.
So, orang dulu-dulu nowadays, if you ask your 6-year-old child to go to a shop, it would be like crazy, right? But
Yeah,
last time I had to go downstairs and, buy
Yeah.
stuff lah for my mum. So she asked me to buy something lah, I cannot remember. So I went across, then as I step out of that shop, then last time ada that 20-cent coin, then you turn then got cut. Am I right?
Yes.
So as I step out of that shop, got 2 girls, went to that machine, and then they were like, gode-gode the machine, right?
Yeah.
But their eyes were wandering elsewhere. Okay?
Okay.
So they look like they are in fear lah.
Yeah.
So I see them, I said, the girl from my primary school. That time maybe I 7 years old lah. Like I seen the girl before, and then as I walk past them, a guy stopped me at the next block. At that block is a void deck. So the guy stopped me. He looked, now in retrospect, he looks high lah. Yeah. Then he asked me, and I look like a Chinese girl lah. But I don't know why he spoke to me in Malay.
Okay.
He said, Dek, blok sana ada Melayu tak tinggal?
Okay.
Which at that time you like 6-7 years old, you think, adult ask me for information, right? And then I stay there what. So I like, tak tahu tapi rasa ada lah. Then he said, and then I don't know what it was, but all he did, he never asked me to follow him, but all he did was like, very subtle only. He like that, right? Then I look at him, then I'm like, should I follow him? Then I follow.
You followed him?
So I follow. Then that block beside is actually a police station. He brought me to the block opposite the police station.
Okay.
So we went up the lift, other people in the lift, but we went up the highest floor, and last time the houses is not every floor got lift, correct? So you
Yeah.
go to the highest floor, then you still need to climb the staircase to one more level.
Correct.
So we at that staircase landing, and that's where he told me to lie down on the floor. Okay. Then, so I lie down, and I'm still totally lost as to where this is going. After which, he asked me to open my mouth and stick out my tongue. Okay? Which I thought like, is he a doctor? Because at that age, the only person who asks you to open your mouth and stick out your tongue is a doctor.
Yeah.
Like, is he a doctor? And that's why he bent over and started kissing me with tongue. Then I got freaked out. I started macam like this lah, my voice like trembling a bit already. Then he asked me to stand up. He stopped, he asked me to stand up. He told me to unbutton my shorts. I followed because I was scared already at that time. At that time, it's macam I don't understand what is happening. I don't even know that is molest.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what that is. Like it didn't even register as a kiss. Like I didn't know what a kiss was. So I unbuttoned my shorts while he unbuttoned his. So on both underwears, right? He just rubbed his thing on me. Then at that point, that is when I really started trembling, and I think I was gonna cry already. Then I said, if I go back late, wait, my mother will be looking for me. Then I want to cry already, and I think he's scared. Like I will start screaming or something, and then he quickly stopped, and then he brought me back where he picked me. Then I went home. My brother was about, I think, 2-3 years old at that time. My mother was taking an afternoon nap. So I went to my brother and I said, don't tell mommy what time I come home.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was my first. Yeah.
Does your mom know about it now?
To be honest, I can't remember if I told her. I actually kept it from everyone I know until I found my closest friends, which is my secondary school friends. So then we had Shelly at that time, I think maybe 15, 16 years old. Then I shared with them the story. That was the first time I told anyone.
So you did not tell a single adult? Like,
No,
what?
no. Because I was so afraid of getting scolded for coming home late. I don't know why.
So it was more because you were afraid of coming home late rather than what had happened.
Correct. In my head, it was just I don't want to kena scolded. So I didn't tell anyone. Then, I mean, it didn't happen again. So,
Did you see the guy ever again?
no.
Okay.
Yeah. But, yeah lah, now when I think back, I realize the weight of the situation. Because for the longest time, I can still, like, smell him. And because of that, right, I know what druggies smell like. And I don't like, macam, as I was growing up, then we have some friends who like drug addicts and stuff, right? And I have that whiff, right? Then I just remember where it's from and I stay away from such people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I roughly know what you mean by, like, you are afraid to tell, even like in a trusted adult. I sort of went through something similar, but I wouldn't say more or less. I would say harassment, like sexual
Okay.
harassment. So what happened was, I was in secondary school. So me and my friends, we were just fooling around and we were cold calling people on the phone. So last time don't have handphone,
Yeah.
so we just pick up the phone and press anyhow number and then see who pick up. So one of the times this guy picked up and then we started chatting just like that. And then he said, "Hey, let's meet." Of course, we met. I don't know what.
So
Yeah, it was
dangerous.
just like, jom nak jumpa tak? Jumpa lah, jumpa.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
Okay lah, nak jumpa mana? You know that kind. So really girly, naughty, playful girls lah. So, and then after that, of course, my friend said, Ziad, you lah. You go and meet this guy lah. Then I'm like, oh. Then I'm like, okay, I want to show that I can do it lah. Let's meet this guy. So, when I met him, my friends were not around. So, it was really just me and him.
How old is he?
I was 16 actually. I was in secondary school. And he was, I think, NS. He was an NS guy lah. So we actually just met at like macam bus interchange. And then he said, come lah, I walk you home. So it was macam 8 p.m. I don't know how come my mother let me go until 8 p.m. Sec 4. But anyway, so it was around 8 p.m. and then I walked home with him. And then just as we entered the lift, he pushed me. So he pushed me back onto the lift and then he just said, open your mouth. So I like, oh. And I was holding Vanguard sheet. Don't ask me. These are like the weird things that you remember, right? So I was holding a Vanguard sheet. And I'm like, oh. Then he like, open bigger, show me your tongue. Like, you know, I mean, like, what the hell does he want? I want to see. I said, no, I don't have piercing. So I was so naive. I really didn't know what he wanted. And then he closed in. And then, wanted to, and he just went for it. Then I ketok him lah with the Vanguard sheet. Lucky got Vanguard
got
sheet,
weapon.
I tell you. And then he like, why you push me? So the moment the lift door opened, I ran out. I ran out and then he realised that because my corridor is a very long corridor, he realised that if he chased me, like everyone can see. So he didn't. So when I ran out, I turned, he disappeared.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah. And then I like, oh my God. But here's the thing. I never told anyone.
Yeah?
Yeah. So when I think back, and honestly, I've not told anyone until probably now. Why? Why is it that we are so afraid to just speak up about this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, for me, like, I find me not telling my mother, there's part of me that feel like I don't want her to worry. Because end of the day, I didn't break. Nothing, like, bad happened to me lah, in a
Yeah.
sense, you know? It's not like I broke my arm or whatever. There's no, like, physical injuries, right? So I just feel like there's no need to tell her, I think.
I think part of me feels like, as a woman, like if we were to tell someone that we were almost or we were harassed or what, it shows weakness. I think that's why maybe some women hold back and like, for what tell? That means it shows that, why you so stupid? Why never fight back? So
Yeah,
no,
there's
that's not tell.
yeah. There's that whole, like, people might judge. Why you never fight back?
Yeah. So I think lah, that's maybe one of the reasons. But I don't know, what do you think is the best advice that we can give to parents with young girls, especially, or
Because for me, that guy was not my only experience.
oh my goodness,
There was a teacher.
oh that's worse.
Yeah, I was in primary school. He's not even my form teacher. He's the next class punya. But we had to stay back to write lines. So I finished writing. I wait outside. I wait for my friend. Outside is teacher's room ah. Sekali he saw me loitering outside alone. And he's like, what you doing here? Then I'm like, we inside that room ah. We gonna write lines. Come inside. You want to wait inside? Yeah.
Inside where?
Inside the teacher's room.
Okay.
Okay, but this is macam after hours already mah, like as in 3, 4 p.m, 3-ish ah. So no other teachers were in the teacher room. So he called me over. Then he said, I got some fruits you want? Then I said, oh no, I don't want. Then he looked at me, then he's like, you got any siblings? So he tried to just like personal chat with me, that kind lah, talk about family and stuff. Tapi he's patting my back and he went down to the buttocks.
No.
So old guy I hope I don't know whether anything happened to him already, but he started patting the buttocks, which of course at that time I'm like maybe primary 5, I think.
Yeah.
So I know like, what the hell, like this is not supposed to happen, right? But I didn't know what to do. So I was just stunned, but luckily another teacher stepped in. And it was a Malay teacher. And you know, Malay teacher got very stern.
Yeah.
So it was this a lady. So she stepped in. She saw me alone with him, right? I already saw her face terus macam change. Her face tu macam like that. And then, but he straight away put down. Then he's like, okay, then don't go back so late. He action just end the conversation. Then I leave. But I remember her look and I felt like she probably know that something funny has been happening with this teacher, but it's just that dia tak pernah like catch him in action, right? Then, but this one, I told my other friends about it in school. And apparently some of the girls say like, it's not the first time, got other girls kena also. But none of us reported it, which I don't know why. I don't know why we girls, when we kena this kind of harassment, we don't tell the relevant people, the authorities. I don't know. Because all I
what
can
are we
say,
so afraid of?
because all I can say, then my next thought is okay, but nothing happened to me. What, like he just touched like that, then I like in a way escape. What, nothing happened.
I think one of my other, what I think is what girls or women fear is that they will be seen like, you enable it. That's why he attracted to you, and you like. It takes two hands to clap, ma. So he won't just touch you, what? Confirm you like sexy, or you were flirting with him. That's why he.
Yeah, but that is as an adult. But if you are a kid, like obviously I did not act sexy in my pinafore.
Right? Yeah.
So I don't know why. Then I kena. But I told myself, this has got to change. I have to learn to stand up for myself. So this one secondary school already. I sit, banyak kali I kena. I sit in a bus and then I was at the last back row seat. So feeder bus going interchange. So that's like maybe 5 stops. At the next stop, there's an uncle who comes up. Okay, the uncle come up. he sit beside me. Oh, sorry, I'm not at the back row. I'm seated in the middle of the bus. So he sit beside me. I'm by the window. He's here. And then he like, look at that. Then I'm like, okay, I sit like that. Then he come closer to me, closer. Until his leg like keep touching my leg. Then tangan dia macam he try to like touch my body. So I'm like, what the hell? And to me also, the whole bus was quite empty. Of all the seats, why must you sit beside me? So I look at him. So at the next stop, I look at him. Then I stood up. Of all places, Adlina, I go to the back row. Okay, but I went to the back row because I saw two like schoolboys sitting behind. So in front semua empty tau. So I sat behind. Kali the next stop, they go down.
Alone.
I was all alone behind. But I saw the bus driver dah macam keep looking at the rearview mirror. Because why would the girl suddenly change seats, right?
Yeah.
Then the uncle come behind. And then he never sit beside me. He sit in the seat in front. But he turn like that and talk to me. So after that he say like, why? Then at that time I already tell myself I need to like stand up for myself, right?
Okay. You fight not? Please tell me you fight Come on. Che.
Like that. Okay. Then the uncle like see I respond, right? So the uncle come and sit beside me. But ada space now. Okay. So one seat space. Then he, where you from? And macam try to be friendly. Where you from? Want to fight back? Singapore
Yes, Adlina, yes. That's what we want. Fierce. Can.
Singapore Then like, you Malay or Chinese? Then macam, I cannot remember really lah what I answer lah. Because just nice also reach the bus interchange.
Wow.
So I'm like that also can. Like that also you're happy. Like touch a bit of the jeans also. I don't understand.
I mean, we don't know lah that part of some men what they want or what kind of thrill they are searching for. But yeah, I do hope that this just brings some kind of awareness, especially to parents who are raising girls and daughters, because it's so scary. It is really, really so scary. I mean, I'm raising sons, but I'm also scared for them. I mean, it can happen to even boys also. So how do we get our children
personally
to speak up?
I feel that there needs to be a macam designated punya hotline or something, right? Like, I mean, nowadays you have like the suicide hotline and stuff. I feel that for this harassment and molest punya cases, there needs to be a special department hotline for it. Because I wasn't shy about it, but there was just that whole mindset of nothing happened to me, what? So okay lah, no need to tell lah. It's just that, But because now I think back, when I was a child, it could have been rape. It's so close to rape,
Exactly, and you were like at the lift landing. I mean, staircase landing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Because even as an adult, also I kena at work.
This is way too many stories. What is happening here? Can we have the hotline now? Hello, Prince.
I will be the person on the other line.
Yeah, you call yourself. So I think, there really needs to be more help on this. This is more than just the Me Too movement, man, guys. This is...
I really feel there should be like, I don't know, some campaign or whatever. Because like, okay, you now have the suicide punya hotline. Right? And what if you're feeling depressed or whatever, you can call for help. But I think for this part, macam nobody is spearheading it, I guess. So, shall we?
Yes, we shall. We shall. We will leave Adlina's number in the description box.
Really, because I feel that there are so many girls, little girls who kena and they never share.
That is my... that is so scary, really.
But also I would want to know, since I never reported before, even as an adult, when it happened to me at work, I shared with my colleague, which she said like, he let that one, it happened to so and so before. So, but why is it none of us went to the police?
Yeah.
And I feel that there needs to be that macam SOPs lah. So this is what you do when this happens. Then we will take this action and then we'll follow up with this and that. Because there's that fear of, for me lah, as an adult, I feel like that other stage, right, if I report it, what's going to happen is still macam a grey area. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm clueless about that. So there's also that part of me that, should I go through all the trouble? First, like, I feel like it didn't break me. You know, it's...
Got it.
Yeah.
And I think, you were lucky in that sense that you didn't go any further. So that's something that,
Yeah.
I think I'm busy, sister. Sister busy. Sister got story to share, sister. But yeah, I think education is also important. I
Yeah.
think just be your biggest advocates, especially with parents lah, for your kids. Check in on them, talk to them.
Yeah.
Parts,
And I feel that you guys should not be afraid to share. Really just, tell your stories to your friends, your family. Yeah.
Yeah, especially if the perpetrator is someone that is still very obviously out there and someone that you will meet on a constant or
I mean, for me, that first incident that happened to me, I may never find the guy again, correct? But let's say the teacher, for example, that was so easy to catch and nobody reported him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah, I hope this busy. Sister busy. So yeah, I hope that this will shed some light lah for everyone. Those who had been through it, who have not shared about it. I hope you will find an avenue to talk about it to someone at least. But I'm so glad that you shared it with us.
I thought I told you before, actually.
No, you never.
Okay.
Yeah, and not once, not twice when...
Yeah, actually a lot of times it happened to me.
And I think I've probably been through it a few times as well. It's just that I can't remember and like recall right now. But yeah, it's a very scary and it can be a traumatic thing to go through. So like you said, until now you still remember the smell of that guy.
Yeah.
So I hope that you are now a fighter lah. You will be more garang
The
than
next person
Singapore.
stare at me, I will have a better comeback.
Yeah, but I understand what you mean. Macam kadang-kadang in the heat of the moment, you don't know. You got to be fierce, tapi tak tahu apa nak respond.
That's why I say I'm not a confrontational person.
I know. Same like me.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Lucky the uncle never do anything more to you lah. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, again, like I said, I hope that this will shed some light and bring more awareness to everyone and every parent out there lah. Thank you so much again, once again. Thank you so much again, once again. Thank you so much, Ad, for sharing with us all your stories.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I really, really appreciate it. I think I see another side of you now. Now you want to make me cry. Oh. Okay. So yeah, thank you again, everyone, for tuning in to today's episode of This Is Podcast with me, Adlina, and my dearest guest, cameraman, studio owner, house owner, art director, everything, Adlina. Adlina, everyone! Thank you!
Okay.
And also...
sorry.
Apa
Continue.
lagi now?
Continue.
Go back to camera apa?
Yeah.
She can't wait to work. Okay, and also thank you so much Tiga Folks and Co once again for sponsoring this season of This Is. And for those of you who are watching, don't forget that we have a very special discount code for you, okay? So do check out all the links, the code, everything in the description box. Thank you and bye-bye!
Anything call.
Oh.
Call me.
Oh, yes.
I go find the guy.